Thursday. I can't remember which day. I was live, and you said your screen went black, but it would have come back. It just because I keep getting kicked off and having to hit that try again button. Um, I just need people to be patient about it because, and I don't know why it's happening. Um, I know you know that Jennifer does everything on her phone, and so do I. I don't have a laptop. I was never given a laptop by the community or, anything. I've always been on the phone since 2019. And all the videos I've done, the raw unboxings and all the Bible readings and everything are completely unedited. And that's how my channel is. So the technology to live that people usually have available to them on laptop, the more options and stuff are not available to me. So if I have to hit that try again button and I'm clocking a little, it will go away because I'll hit the try again button and I'll come back. I know it takes a little bit of patience from my audience, but I hope people will bear with me as I learn and grow. What I want to do on Monday morning, besides have a Dee Dee Sweetie, is go over my schedule. This is a Dee Dee Sweetie. These are sold by virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee, and they are addictive. And if you have diabetes, it was funny. Dee Dee was on Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale, and Mark gave a diabetic warning about Dee Dee Sweeties, which was so funny. She's like, "Why are you doing that?" And I think he was doing that because of me. But I can only have one Dee Dee Sweeties a day, and it's delicious. This is espresso caramel, and I'm having it before breakfast. I slept a little late this morning. I slept till 6, and I usually get up between 4 and 5, and I was just needed the extra rest. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Dee Dee has a contract with a local candy company for the Dee Dee Sweeties. I think I went from having like a month's supply to having a yearly supply since I can only have one a day now. Well, it was negative. I mean, saying that your screen went black a few minutes in doesn't encourage people to visit at all. And I was discouraged by what you said. It really hurt my feelings. But it's okay because I'm not going to quit. No matter who says what about my channel, I'm not going to quit. But these are delicious. And a virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee is a person to contact. She's in all kinds of auctions. I'm going to continue with what I was started to do this morning. And that was go over what's going to be on my channel this week. It was a perfect thing to do on a Monday. And I have an unboxing. I actually have 5 unboxings this week. I usually have 4. They are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And today's unboxing is from Ella. Go ahead and show it. And not tell the truth about the item. And the truth about the item was it was a harness for a human. It was an essence. And I don't quit. I just keep coming back. I keep coming back and I keep coming back. And I'm not going to let um, connectivity problems or anything else uh, prevent me from doing what I want to do and go live every morning at 7:05. Those who are loyal to me will get rewarded, and those who are not will not. Hey, good morning, Stuart. I need you not to call me sweetie or sweetheart. Maybe Scottish women are different than American women, or maybe I'm just different. But I really think the only person you should be calling sweetie or sweetheart is Wendy. I really feel that. And it feels wrong when you call me sweetie. I know it's like a term of endearment, and we're connected on YouTube, and you want to make friends. And I hope I'm not hurting your feelings by saying that. But anyway, I'm going to use these napkins. It's coming up on Halloween. Napkins were perfect with the spider web in the back because they're Halloweenish, but they're not. But they're subtle, which makes me love them. I got these from Debbie and Max at Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller Hump Day Auction. And let me get a pair of scissors to open these. I was going through my schedule and I had talked about my unboxings. I have unboxings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 3:30. And my Monday unboxing today is an unboxing from Ella. And my Tuesday unboxing is from Wendy, who is Wonder Woman. And I was saying before the event rudely interrupted me that Wendy was on with East Coast Resellers, which is Teresa Yarnian and Dawn Southern Fawns. And they have auctions 2 or 3 times a week. I love their story. Dawn is in, like I am, in a hurricane-prone area, and their house got hit by a hurricane. And to do construction on their house, and now they're building a completely new house, they were selling everything they owned so they wouldn't have to move it, and everything extra. And when you get to, after so many years, and she has also a antiques booth. So she had a lot of extra to sell. And Teresa and her husband Scott, they had a storage unit. And that storage unit, the rent doubled on it because they were buying space to store their extra stuff. And so they brought everything home from their storage unit and put it in their living room area. And Teresa has been selling like crazy and at very, very good prices. But Wendy was on with her, and Wendy's in Florida. Like I was saying before, I like ordering from people in Florida because the carbon footprint is less to get that package to me. Victoria is the ultimate because our post office boxes are 9 miles from each other. And that's at Victoria Ventures with Reselling. And her and Nana Tink and Mike from January House, and now Donna Frederick, or Frederickson, it's Fredericks, is on there on a regular basis too. And also Dee Dee, virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee, who sells the sweeties, is on the group called Auction with Friends. So we have East Coast Resellers, who the core is Teresa and Dawn Southern Finds Dawn, and Auction with Friends, who is Victoria, Nana Tinks. Oh, Marion Hilton is always on there with them, but her channel is never used to broadcast from. She's there almost every single solitary auction, and the others rotate out. because of their personal life or whatever. So there's usually at least three of them. And then Dee Dee, virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee, Mike January House, and Donna Fredericks, who also lives in Florida, and she has an eBay store. And I've met Donna a couple of times at meetups that Victoria had in 2022 or 2023. And her husband are just lovely people. And she sells. I haven't bought a lot from her, but I like what she sells. But anyway, then moving on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, I have a Bible reading from the four Gospels. There are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John at 5 o'clock. And then on Thursday, this week, I'm having a double header on Thursday. At 3 o'clock, I have an unboxing from Colleen OG Lions. And Colleen and Tracy Cakes have their auction group, and they have like an auction with friends kind of auction occasionally, and they have guests on. One of the guests I bought from is Special K. But this week, at instead of 3:30, there's going to be a unboxing at 3 o'clock. And from that unboxing at 3 o'clock, there's something missing. So then I'm having the regular 3:30 unboxing, which I'm featuring over the 3 o'clock because it's in my regular time slot, where what was missing from the 3 o'clock unboxing is then restored and sent to me. And Colleen did a wonderful job because I had something missing. I emailed Colleen. Colleen was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Myra." And then she sent it to me immediately. So I just wanted to have those videos back to back because the 3 o'clock unboxing is a negative unboxing. And so the 3:30 immediately shows. I used to make my audience wait an entire day to see, or maybe even a week. I originally had the second unboxing months out from the first unboxing. Not that it took Colleen that long to get me the package, but it took me that long to, I have a lineup that's a year out now. So I didn't want people to think that things between Colleen and I had not been resolved. So I did that back to back, and I'm going to do that in the future. Instead of airing the video where the person made a correction or something went wrong, like the post office broke it, or, all the things that can happen. Instead of making people wait for that second unboxing where I show that the thing's been restored, or to say that I got a credit or whatever the seller did to make the situation good, instead of making people wait a long time and just leaving that drama hang in the air, I'm going to immediately air the second unboxing. And I'll hold that first unboxing until things are corrected. Now, if things go months and months and months and they're not corrected, I'll go ahead and air the negative unboxing because I do raw unboxings. I critique people when they sell, and it's difficult when you're doing a raw unboxing and something is wrong. You can't really redo it. I mean, the video shows exactly how I receive everything out of the box. And if something is missing or broken, or, all the other things that could happen, the post office mucked it up, which happens, then it shows right on the video. And so I deal with that the best I can. I try to be positive on everyone's videos, but sometimes you can't be if something is lost or missing or broken. Good morning, Skeeter. How you doing? Have you had your Halloween live yet? Did I miss it? Oh, and Wendy. Wendy's in here too. Oh, okay, Wendy's not come in. I see. But, I do that too. I say hello to Wendy sometimes when I say hello to Stuart. I mean, I just say hello to both of them in the same post. I do the same thing in other lives. So, Friday, I have an unboxing from Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller. And it's items I bought at the Pride auction. Grandma's Closet had a Pride auction during, I think it was May this year. So I'm 6 months behind. See, May, I'm 5 months behind, or you could say ahead on my unboxings right now from my timeline from 5 months ago. But currently, the unboxings I'm posting are in September 2025. I think my next unboxing, I'll be posting the video to air on in the first week of October 2025. A month ago, I was a year ahead, and I slowed the amount that I was buying when I got sick, and I slowed the amount, or the amount my purchases stopped when I was in the hospital. And I was in the hospital for 10 days. And the first few days, or really a week after I got home from the hospital, I think I bought one item. Good morning, Kenneth. It's always so good to see you. And you're here almost every morning. And I really appreciate you being here. I haven't visited your channel. Do you have content? Or are you that free agent out there just watching and loving videos and going to lives? I always like to know if my people have content, because I need to look you up after the live. And if you have content, I watch your content. I watch the content of everyone else that's come in here and made a comment. I watch Skeeter. He has a fishing channel. And Stuart, the Fish Whisperer, has a fishing channel. His channel is basically chat, and he makes lures while he's chatting, which is interesting. And he's in Scotland, and he sends these lures all over the world. But and also we have Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller, and I was just saying that the unboxing I'm doing this Friday is from the Pride auction, and the items were purchased from Johnny at the Pride auction that was on Dana's channel, and Dana is Grandma's Closet, and she has some really classy stuff. Matter of fact, one of her auctions that she has almost monthly, or does have monthly, is the classic crap auction, which is hilarious. And but that month that she had the Pride auction. Good morning, Tooch Man. So good to see you here. The actually, it's funny when somebody comes in that I have. Oh, this mug was from. It says, "You've got this." This is a Ray Dunn that I got from Dana. But this item I bought, this owl, I bought from Tooch Man, and I get lots of compliments. I mean, just random people will say, "I love that owl back there." So I've had that in my background. And also, Tooch Man sent me this cute little glass puppy dog. I'd like to have a dog. I have allergies, though. And there are shots, you could take for the mold, dust, dander allergies. I'm allergic to pollen, but everybody's kind of allergic to pollen, but I'm allergic to animal dander. Thank you, Tooch Man. It's a gradual process. They call it recovery for a reason. And, I'm my own worst enemy, just like everybody else. And I've already started some bad habits. I am maintain control and only having one DD sweetie a day. And actually, I didn't have one all weekend, but I had one today. And I probably got moon pies from Johnny at the post office. So I can only have one small moon pie or one DD sweetie a day once that arrives. And I used to have 4 DD sweeties and a moon pie or 2. Like during bingo, it was like snack time. So I can't do that anymore. I can't do that to my body. But this little guy is my guard dog. I have allergies, like I said, and there are shots. But the bad news is I have to take the shots, not the animal. So when I found out that I had to take the shots and put more chemicals into my body to have an animal, I decided to pass, because part of the reason people love animals so much, I mean, they're God's creatures, and I really appreciate those people that have dogs and cats and take good care of them and treat them like members of the family. I would love to do that, but part of the reason you get an animal is to comfort you and help you with your healthiness. And if I'm having to get weekly injections, that's not good for me either. So I guess my little glass dog is my compromise. I thought about and getting a dog bowl, a huge dog bowl with a water bowl next to it, and putting it outside. Yeah, I heard. Oh my gosh. I know it's scary. And with cardiology issues or cardiac issues, you have to be really careful. I hope you didn't have a heart attack. I suspect that I may have had a mini heart attack somewhere along the line, but I didn't have good health insurance, so I don't know if I did. I have a slight arrhythmia, but it's not AFib. So I have to watch my cholesterol and my stress level and all of that too. So, you kind of got to take it easy when you got blood pressure problems. I have a family member that has Parkinson's, and their blood pressure in a day can go over 190 and then an hour later be under 70. It roller coasters, and it just kind of drives us all nuts, because there's medication. I mean, she has to constantly be hydrated. It's one of the very important things if you get low blood pressure, to stay hydrated. And if she gets high blood pressure, we have medication to give her. But the thing is, if we give her that medication to cause her blood pressure to dive, sometimes if it's a day that her blood pressure would naturally dive, that medication could kill her. So we have to be really careful, and has to be extremely high. The instructions say 160 over 90, and you take the medication. And like I said, if we do that on a day that she would naturally dive down to below 70, we would lose her. And so when my mother moved from here to my brother's house, I didn't send that medication over immediately. I waited until we'd had a couple of cardiology appointments, and that they saw the rhythm that she was in some days, and how the exercise and her level of eating, her level of hydration, and all that affected her blood pressure, because that is very dangerous. And I'd rather them call the EMTs almost, and have her evaluated by them, and have them take her blood pressure before anyone would give her any kind of medication. But I hope you feel better, Tooch Man. I know it's scary to go to the hospital. Good morning, TJ. TJ is a member of the drone community, and he has some wonderful drone footage. Last video I watched, I think it might be your last posted video, TG. I need to go back to your channel and check. He took his drone around this racetrack, and it was just like you were, in the car on a race. Of course, it's kind of weird because you didn't have a car around you, but it was just a neat sensation, and I love drone footage. I've tried to watch some of the drone footage from the areas affected by the hurricanes. And I just really love drone people. I mean, it's just, you know, I guess it's the feeling of flying, and yes, you did very well. That's exactly how I felt when I watched that I was in a race on that racetrack. Except when you went high, and I was just like, whoa, now we're in a flying car. But I've watched drone footage from all over the world. The drone community has a lot of members from other countries, especially Australia is very represented in the drone community. Very nice group of people. And they go to meetups, and they all love each other for sure, and they support each other, and it's a beautiful thing to see when a community comes together like that over an interest. And people like me that come in, I love to watch the sunrises, and the three main people that I watch for the sunrises are Rodney Bell. He comes on first thing Saturday and Sunday. There used to be somebody before him, but I don't know. That's been over a year ago. So, and then after Rodney Bell, there is Dennis Lovelady, who also sings on his ukulele, and plays a ukulele and sometimes a kazoo. And he likes, he'll sing Yellow Submarine for Marty. And I just love that. He sings Yellow Submarine. And then after that, Sundays, is Chris Hope. And then after Chris Hope is Johnny. Oh, help me out. Johnny. See, I don't go to the two chats. There's a chat after Dennis on Saturday on Rodney's channel. It's Coffee and Drones, I think. And then on Sunday, there's a guy named Johnny who has a chat program because they chat about the building and maintaining drones and the photography of it, which I have a little bit of interest in, but they go on about drones, and I don't own a drone, so I don't go to a lot of their chats anymore. But I love watching the sunrises and the footage. Johnny Drone Flyer, yes, that's the man that has the Sunday show. If you want to get a drone or learn about drones, or if you already have one, they talk about the different kind of models of drones and all of that. And it's interesting there. Good morning, Craig. Craig is Landshark Picker. And when I first started on YouTube, I watched Craig and Anthony from Pittsburgh and Nate Dizzy. We lost Nate, unfortunately. He was in a horrible car accident 2 years ago. And Tommy, I can't remember Tommy's channel right now, but his wife is Destiny, and she is Shamrock Pixie, or Shamrock Pixie. And I used to watch Darlene, who is Norgus R. That's her channel, and she had a Christian woman show. And Tommy and Destiny, mainly Destiny, was on Darlene's show a lot. So, but I watched Craig, and Craig has on his channel wonderful tips about eBay buying and selling. And now his wife has a channel, and her channel is about cooking. So, and she's a really good cook. And I just think Craig is the luckiest man on earth. He has a lovely wife, and she has a lovely cooking channel. And I love the 7-layer dip she does. She's doing a lot of Tex-Mex type dishes, or has, last I checked, she has 7 videos up, but really good content, and she's a really good cook. So we are having a wonderful chat. Oh, I was going through my schedule. So on Friday night, for the last several weeks, I have been going over a Trivial Pursuit card that I got from Chrissy. Chrissy, I think it's Craft Creations, has wonderful stuff. She's very crafty, of course. She does like dioramas. I talked her through, I wanted her to make a Van Gogh diorama. I don't know if she ever did, but she is on with Caroline, a Yonstar girl, and she's a very creative person, and she does stuff like she makes her own pins. We have several people in the community that make pins. This pin is from Joe Mouse Creations. Eat, Sleep, Bingo, Repeat. And I got 5 of these, and I also had a bingo pin, and I sent those to Johnny, Cajun Roots Reseller, for bingo prizes. And today is Monday, so Monday tonight at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, you all should join us for bingo on New England Cajun Roots Reseller LLC channel. And I donate prizes for bingo. And when you get a bingo on his channel, you win a free prize. And me and probably a dozen other people donate prizes. And when you win bingo, he spins the wheel. You can choose the number of shuffles you want on the wheel, and then you get a number, and that number that you get on the wheel correlates to a prize bag, and it could have a bingo pin in it. It could have a bingo keychain, bingo ball keychain, and I have several laying about. Let me see yep, here we go. This was donated by DD at Virtual Shopkeeper DD. And also I have around here, I probably can't grab it, but Mark from Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale is a co-host, and him and Johnny split the postage. So if you win a bingo prize, you don't even have to pay postage, because the two hosts, Johnny from Cajun Roots Reseller and Mark from Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale, pay the postage. And there are people in the chat that have been playing bingo for a long time that donate prizes, like myself. So, and Johnny gives away, and sometimes these are donated too, moon pies, boxes of moon pies. And right now, my favorite flavor is banana, but I'm kind of craving a little bit of pumpkin spice too. I don't know if that's available right now. But also on the wheel are 4 or 5 different flavors of moon pies you can win straight up. And so I've got some moon pies in the mail to me right now, and they're banana moon pies. See my chat. Oh, here we go. Good morning, Jeff. So good to see you. Jeff had the most wonderful live the other night. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate getting a sticker. I have had a history. I've had a history of bad luck with stickers. I'll just say that. And it just, it killed me the other night that, I didn't win a sticker, I guess. That's all I can say about it. And I appreciate you doing that for me. But Jeff is a fisherman. He's from the fishing community. He went out on a boat with little Finn and Any Fin is Possible, which is Bob. And Bob and his son were out on the boat fishing on, I guess it was a lake. Was it a lake? I missed the very first part of it, and I didn't know if you were on a lake. And I was just kind of holding my breath. I mean, I stayed till 9 or 9:30, and I, have to go to bed because I'm an early riser. But they were in very, very shallow water in a fiberglass boat. And I was just kind of holding my breath for a while because I was like, oh my gosh, I just felt like they were in real danger. And I guess I would not be able to do that. I would, especially at night. And it was kind of neat though that it was at night. I watch a lot of nighttime fishing. I've watched a live by Stewart. That's like one of his first lives where he's out fishing at night. And then I've watched Skeeter a lot fishing at night. And he has a wife, and when he does his lives with his wife, I just love it because she'll sit there and talk to us while he fishes. Because a lot of fishing shows, the guys out there fishing, and you're left to talk to each other, which is fun. I mean, even fun to the degree when the other day when Bob. That's the It was on a river. Skull Kill? Schuylkill? I'm probably butchering that. I have ancestors that lived in Pennsylvania, and I should know better about the pronunciation because I had to, I guess it was my seventh great grandfather came to Germantown, Pennsylvania in like 1715. All of my ancestors came to America before it was United States of America, before the Constitution. They were all pre-colonial um, immigrants to the United States. But so I should probably know how to say that because they're in Germantown, and in is there a swamp in Pennsylvania called Faulkner Swamp? Faulkners, Faulkner Swamp. And every time I read it in, a history book or in genealogy information or, on church records and things, I always thought it was funny because I never ever thought of Pennsylvania having a swamp area. But evidently they used to, or they still do, have a swampy area near Germantown. So I had wondered about that. And every time I watch Bob or Skeeter, fish in Pennsylvania, or you now, I just wonder if that was a waterway that my ancestors lived on. And so that adds an extra element of curiosity for me. And that's probably why I watch fishing shows more from people that live in that area than I do fishing shows from people that don't. Because if I have a historical tie in too, and I love Bob's show, and I love that he's a family man and he's supplying food for his family with his fishing, and he shows the fishing, and then he shows the filleting, and then he shows the cooking. So he shows all phases of it, and I don't like fishermen or anglers or people that hunt that just kill the animal. Like, the people that go and get the trophy animals in Africa because they're not used. First of all, you shouldn't be hunting or fishing anything endangered. And people tend to, when they're hunting or fishing something endangered, it's less likely that the animals will be used for they're just wasted. Native Americans, when they would go out and hunt buffalo on the plains here in the United States hundreds of years ago, when they were plentiful, they would they would eat the animal, they would use the teeth, they would use the horns, they would use every part of that animal, including intestines, to make bags and make string out of it so they could tie things together, and they'd use the leather. And so I don't like to see hunters and anglers that just kill the animals. That, because if you catch something you're not going to eat, you're not going to use, throw it back. I love the catch and releases. And I know that there are pretty strict gaming laws in some states and fishing laws. I can't. I watched a video the other day, and this guy was out there fishing in the creek, and the game warden came up on him. So he dropped his fishing rod in the creek and then picked up the phone and started talking to somebody about, hanging out, going for a hike and hanging out in nature. So he was trying to, get one over on the game warden or the ranger, whatever rank or title they have, because they have different titles at different levels. But the fishing laws here in Florida are really strict. I may be able to get a free fishing license for Marty, but I took Marty fishing when they were like 10 to 12 years old, and they did not take to it. They did not take to putting bait on a hook, especially squirmy worms. And you don't want to put, you don't want the worms dead until right before, you throw them out to use them as bait. So I don't know if Marty would take to fishing. The patience of it would probably not be well suited for Marty. But so we don't fish, and I'm not really able to fish. I did get a fishing magnet, and I thought about doing that. Well, that's true, but we all go, the truth is, unless you're a vegan or vegetarian, we all go to the grocery store and buy meat and fish because we eat. I mean, I'm a carnivore. I mean, TJ, are you a carnivore? I think you are. I think you're a carnivore. So you're basically taking out the middleman. Now, Marty has celiac disease and we eat gluten free. And the best food to eat that's gluten free is whole food. And that has no, of course, they put pesticides on, fruits and vegetables. But, it's not processed as far as, it's been turned up and baked into something else and had preservatives added and all that. And I look at it the same with meat, because the grocery store can put additives in meat. Oh, I know. They are great. But I haven't been able to get Marty to do that either, because at first they were interested. It's like this is the thing all the time. They get interested in something, and then when it comes to doing it, it's like, oh, they find something wrong with it. And the thing is, Marty has Asperger's syndrome, or a form of autism, and they have sensory defensiveness. So the idea of doing the magnet fishing and bringing up all kinds of unique metal items or maybe coins and those types of things, and researching and finding out what they are, or bringing up a firearm and calling the police and having that turned in, because that could be a firearm that was used for a crime, because a lot of criminals, they ditch their firearms in the waterways. So all that part of it was exciting. But once you throw that magnet out in the water and you pull it up, you got to wear gloves, because there could be slime. And there could be things out there that are very heavy, and there could be things out there that are very gross. And so once we got the fishing magnet and started talking about the actual nuts and bolts of doing the fishing and why you had to wear gloves and all of that, they got squeamish about it. So we do have a fishing magnet. I forget how many pounds it is, but I just got it in a box somewhere, and it's just sitting there. And I need to, when I find it, I need to just sell it on Facebook Marketplace, But I think that, I would enjoy the part, but right now about, possibly finding munitions even. We live near NAS Jacks, And, like this, we're just a Navy community. We have Mayport just off of Jacksonville, out next to the Atlantic Ocean, kind of like the northeast quadrant, just above Jack's Beach. And we have NAS Jacks, and we have it's been turned into an airport, because also in Jacksonville we have Talleyrand and we have Blunt Island, and we have large container ships come here too. So we have several seaports. That we have two large seaports, and Jack's Port is serious. And then the airfield, Cecil Airfield, that used to be Navy and now it's private, they still have a presence. The Navy still has a presence over there, and they have a PX for those who are veterans and could go shop over there. But the airfield, the airstrip, is private, but the military contractors and the military use it a lot. So it's still kind of semi-military over there at Cecil Field, but it's officially part of our port system here. So we have a lot of transportation. Yesterday, I hear air traffic, and we have police helicopters occasionally. I'd say once or twice a month we get a police helicopter flyby, because it is a city. We do have a crime rate. Our crimes in Jacksonville are kind of weird, though. We have burglary, and we have people going around trying doors, that kind of thing. And we have break-ins, but I haven't had a break-in since I moved to my new place. In my old place, I was being broken into continuously. And that's one of the reasons, we had to move. But the neighborhood here, we're on a nice little dead-end street, and the crime rate is much lower, and it's not a good opportunity location for thieves, which is wonderful. But occasionally there is a flamber alert for lost, missing, kidnapped children. And we've been having a lot of lately elderly who have gone missing. So we have police air traffic for that and for some of the crime. But the crime here in Jacksonville is mainly rape and murder. We won't rob you, we won't bother you, but we might kill you here in Jacksonville. I think should be the city theme. But actually our city theme is the bold new city of the South, and we've had that theme for years and years. So I don't know how new it is, but Jacksonville is a good place to live. Everywhere now has the crime rate. Morality and honesty have taken a dive in our country to no end, and there's not a place that I know of that's been immune from that. So our society is changing, but Jacksonville is still a good place to live. And let me see. I was on Friday night. I have a trivia card. Now Saturday morning, I have a Bible reading from Psalm, the book of Psalm, which contains Psalms. A lot of people will call the book of Psalms. It has Psalms in it, but the book is called Psalm. And it was written by King David mainly, who was the second king of Israel. And then his son wrote probably the later Psalms after he became an adult. And he wrote Proverbs, which is a wonderful book full of wisdom, and Ecclesiastics and Song of Solomon. And the Saturday evening slot I leave open and I don't have anything this weekend, but sometimes I'll do like a little diverse library update. We have a book shelf or two shelves in a little diverse library out on the street between the two magnolia trees, so children in the community can come get a book. And what happened in 2022, the Duval County Public School System, not library system, banned 176 books. And unfortunately, a lot of those books were books for children of minorities and LGBTQ books. So we have those kind of books, plus a collection of, I don't want to say normal children's books, but other children's books that the public library would put on their shelves. So we have a mixture, and occasionally I put toys out there. I was really surprised last week when my bug man helps with a charity in town. He said that there are 710 children that they are servicing this year for the holidays. And so he gathers up toys for 3 or 4 months before Christmas to give to these children at the Boys and Girls Club of Jacksonville. And this last year, I made a sizable donation. I had a lot of things that I could give him, but this year I didn't. And I told him, I said, just go ahead and empty out the Little Diverse Library and I'll fill it back up. And I don't know that he took anything out from out there. I guess it's not, the party is to give children toys. I don't know if you were the child at the party that got a book, whether you'd be happy or not. So maybe that was his line of thinking. But he didn't take anything. And I felt bad. But, I had been in the ICU, I'd been in the hospital. We'd had 2 hurricanes. And I just didn't have the opportunity to gather up toys this year, and I feel bad about it. But there's next year, and I did donate a lot last year. So I think he understood, that I was having a bad year because he told me to take care of myself, and he said, we can't lose you. So I really appreciated his generosity and spirit towards me in the matter. But Saturday night, I might put also wildlife, like occasionally I'll film swans and ducks and geese here in the city. Occasionally I'll put a rainstorm, Florida rainstorm on there. So Saturday night could be anything, but there's nothing this Saturday night. And then on Sunday, I have my adult Bible studies. And this past Sunday, yesterday, I did the adult Bible studies live. And I kind of wanted to know if anyone would attend if I did that on a regular basis, if I would do the adult Bible studies on Sunday morning live, if people would come, or if people would just want me to continue doing the pre recorded Bible study. And then on Sunday night, and Sunday, well, not really night, 5 p.m., it's night for me because I'm an early bird, but I read from the Torah. And I am in chapter 36, where they're starting to build the tabernacle, which is very exciting. I love theology and I love history. In addition to being a Christian woman that wants to spread the word of God, the history is fascinating. And the outfit that the high priest of Israel wore had an apron on it with jewels. And these jewels were, you can see them today. I've got one up in the cabinet that would have been like a stone on the breastplate of the high priest. So the temple, before the temple, the tabernacle was just absolutely furnished with gold and silver and copper furniture. Maybe not silver. Some of it had the elements of silver in it, and some of the poles had silver, but there were silver in the tabernacle. So the precious metals and the gems and the linens were all just works of art, and it's fascinating on that level too. And what was in the tabernacle evolved to what was in the temple. And I just wonder, when we get that third temple, what will happen? But I'm on an hour. Oh my goodness. I had a lot of trouble when I first started the live. I kept going black on me and I lost a lot of people. But thank you all for hanging in with me, and have a wonderful and blessed day.